Hey, this is Nick with Starseed Infinite Healing, and welcome back. I appreciate you guys being here. So, today I want to talk about reprogramming the subconscious mind. This is very difficult for a lot of people, and this is very, very powerful when you're trying to expand and change yourself, to reprogram yourself, to reparent yourself. Um, Oftentimes, when we're expanding, when we're healing, um, it's hard to see our issues. It's hard to look at ourselves and see that we are narcissistic, or see that we are being a jerk, or see that we're being unreasonable, or a number of things that could be not wrong with somebody, because there's really nothing wrong with anybody. There's just areas to improve, areas to work on. So I work with Archangel Michael on this all the time. He is not only a protector, he does many, many things. He helps me reprogram my subconscious mind. He helps me reprogram the way I think and many, many other things. And I'm going to go over that and another simple technique that you can do to help you improve in any areas of your mentality that you want. And I'm going to use myself as an example on some of these things. So, as I started to wake up, I've been going through this process for a while now. As I started to wake up, I started to heal. And when I started to heal, some things were very, very easy to heal. But some things I couldn't see. I just couldn't see it. It's very hard to see the way you are when you've been a certain way for a long time. And I'm going to use an example. I was single for about 7 years until about the last 2 years. I met Trish, my soulmate. And so while I was single for 7 years, I was doing things my way. I was doing whatever I wanted. I did what I wanted when I wanted. And part of that carried over to my relationship. And she was the same way. She was single for many, many, many years, I think 6 or 7 as well. So we were both narcissistic in a way. Now we're both not complete narcissists. We're both not total, assholes and just only care about ourselves. But it was something that had to be looked at because we were just single for so long that we just did our own thing, and we weren't used to sharing an experience with somebody else. And when you have a partner, you should be sharing some of those likes and dislikes, sharing some of those things that normally you wouldn't when you're single. So when I started to realize that maybe I was slightly narcissistic in some areas, maybe I was only thinking about myself. So here's how I did this. Here's how I handled it. I talked to Archangel Michael quite a bit. I've had many, many experiences with him. He's helped me in many ways. One of the big ways that he's helped me, and this is going on for months now, I've been doing this for months, I will ask him to come in and I'll basically pray to him and say, I need help looking at my narcissistic ways. I need help to see what I'm not seeing. And sure enough, a week, 2 weeks go by, and I'm really starting to see results. He helps you fine-tune things that you just can't put your finger on. It's hard to change and reprogram, and a lot of us just don't know where to start. Well, this is one way you can start. Call Archangel Michael in, bring him into your life, tell him that you give him permission to help you in these areas. It's powerful, okay? So, another thing that a personal issue that I had that for some reason, and this is the way I grew up, this is from childhood programming, and I'm really not like a flamboyant person, or I'm not someone that goes out in the public and like really seeks attention and things, but for some reason, I used to feel like, until recently, I used to feel like I wanted to be noticed. I wanted someone to say, "Oh, cool, cool dreadlocks," or "I like that shirt," or whatever. And I didn't like that about myself. I just didn't like that. I felt like I needed attention in areas because when you need a lot of attention, you're lacking attention from yourself, really, and that's really the main issue. So I wasn't quite sure how to stop feeling like I wanted to be noticed or I wanted attention. How do you stop something like that? Like, where do you start? Well, I started with Archangel Michael. I called him in and I said, "Look, I want to work on this. I don't like feeling like this. I don't know what else to do about it. I'm not sure how to practice doing this." And he said, "I'm with you." And that's really all I heard from him. And sure enough, 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm seeing major, major results in this area. Every single time I call him in to ask him to help me reprogram something about myself, whether it is the way I look at life, whether it is the way I speak, the words I speak, the thoughts that I think, um, being more caring, more open to suggestion, seeing the other, like for example, every relationship has issues. Me and my girlfriend have issues sometimes. We clash quite a bit. And one of the issues is I have a hard time seeing things from her point of view. Um, I know exactly what I'm seeing and how I feel and what I think is going on and my opinion on things. Even though I'm truthful about my opinions, it's hard to see where she's coming from. And that can be a big deal. So I asked him to come in and help me do that. Next thing you know, 2 or 3 weeks later, always 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm seeing a lot of results in these areas. So I really encourage you to not only call Archangel Michael in, but to call all the angels in. Call them in. Call the masters in. They will help you. They will guide you. They will help you reprogram your psyche and your subconscious. Um, this is a very powerful technique for healing and for growing and expanding. Um, I lived a completely different life, and I say this all the time. I lived a life totally opposite of the spiritual life that I live now. And even though I was taught by an ascended master certain things, and I've had many, many experiences with ascended masters and archangels, it's still hard to put your finger and pinpoint certain areas to work on. It's hard. You can do techniques with meditation and things. You can bring in light on situations. That's another technique you can do. But having Archangel Michael there to help guide you and to help nudge you in these directions when you need it for the healing that you're looking for is very, very powerful. Call him in. I mean, I never knew I could talk to angels until 5 years ago, and my life has changed dramatically. Dramatically. And if I was at rock bottom, I was a drug addict. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about myself. I cared about nothing. And I did have some divine intervention take place literally to change my life, but I have since put the work in to do so. And that's the other thing is, you can want all the change that you want, but you have to put the work in. You have to work at it every day. And if you are working at it every day and you're truthful and you're sincere about your requests, Archangel Michael will come in and help you. But they're not going to help you as much as if you're just a weakened warrior. If you're like, yeah, help me with this, and then you like go about your business and you don't really care to talk to him, or you just kind of use him for that. Like, we're using them because they have the free will choice to help us. They don't have to help us, and they can deny you. If you're not showing progress, if you're showing a lot of stubbornness and really like denial in areas of work, if you're not putting the work in, they don't have to put the work in either. And they'd rather work with people where they can see results because they are learning too, and they are experiencing, an existence as well. And their existence is based on helping humanity. So they truly love to help us. You just need to put the work in yourself. And that means meditation. That means prayer, talking to them, bringing them into your life. It's very, very powerful. I strongly encourage you to do this, and I really just want to share this message with you so you know a technique on how to do this, because this stuff's hard. I mean, people need to go see psychiatrists and do therapy and counseling for years and years and years to get some of this shit done that I've been getting done in a couple weeks. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and I just could not be more thrilled with my results. That's just with Archangel Michael. Now I'm going to talk real quick about another technique. So right before you pass out, right before you go to sleep for the night, I have my routine where I call my angels in. I set my intentions for the type of rest that I want. I set my intentions for dreaming. I set my intentions for connection when I leave my body in the astral world when we sleep. If you didn't know, your soul leaves your body every time you go to sleep. Your soul takes off and does other things, consults guides, is with the masters, consults source energy. I mean, it does all kinds of stuff. So here's another technique that you can use that works very, very well. And it's based on I am affirmations and your intentions. Okay, your intentions, your very thoughts are very, very powerful. Very powerful. And until you really understand that and believe that, you really can't exercise that strength. The more and more that I do this, the more I see how powerful I am. The more I understand how powerful I am, the more powerful I am. I mean, I really, truly believe that I am superhuman. And I am superhuman because I believe it. Plain, that's simple as it gets. So going back to reprogramming your subconscious mind. When you're passing out, right before you're falling asleep, when you're laying there with your eyes closed and you're thinking about whatever and you're passing out, you start setting your intentions for the issues you want to heal, for the issues about yourself that you want to change, whatever it is. It could be a million different things. I have my own, my girlfriend has her own. They're completely different. Whatever it is. You lay in bed and before you sleep, you say your I am affirmations. I am powerful. I am seeking truth. I am seeking insight. I am wanting to be a different person. I am striving to be more positive. I am whatever you need to say to help you in that direction that you're looking for. Say it before you go to sleep. It doesn't always have to be an I am affirmation, but it very much helps. You can also just put the intention out there and say what you're looking for before you pass out. And you do the same thing when you're waking up. Those moments when you wake up and you're just kind of laying there and you realize you're awake, but you're not really ready to get out of bed yet. I do this every day. I wake up an hour or two sometimes before my alarm even goes off, which is extremely annoying. But I use that time to lay there and I keep my eyes closed and I meditate and I focus on waking up and refreshing myself. I come into myself. And while I'm doing that, I repeat the same I am affirmations that I said the night before, and I go over all those programmings that I'm working on while I'm laying in bed. And this alone really helps tune in your psyche and tune in your mentality to that direction, simply because you're setting your intentions. When you're setting your intentions, you're telling the universe what you want. It's a form of manifestation. I am learning very, very rapidly about manifestation, and my manifestations are coming in very quickly these days. That's due to a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is because I work so much on it, and I believe that I can manifest. I know I can manifest anything I want, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I see results multiple times a day with manifestations, whether they're small or big. I see results, and part of that is because I work on reprogramming myself. And I don't know if I'll ever be satisfied with completing reprogramming, because there's probably always something that I want to critique. Right now, for example, the one thing that I am looking for is more discipline and more drive, more motivation. They can't just hand that to you. You have to do that yourself. But you can reprogram your subconscious by laying in bed saying, I am more motivated. I am staying more positive. I have drive. I have direction. You keep saying that to yourself, and it's going to trigger your mind. It's going to remold your mind into doing that, like subconsciously, without really your effort. The effort you're putting in, setting your intentions, and putting those thoughts out there are coming right back to you. The universe is going to say, okay, well, we're going to switch over to this. We're going to do what we need to do to get you there. And you will see results very quickly doing that as well. And if you use Archangel Michael and manifestation and all the other tools that you might know about, you can use crystals, you can use the full moon, you can use the sun's energy. That's another video I have talking about bringing in the sun's energy for things like that. All these things are very powerful, in reprogramming yourself. And I know that anybody that is trying to work on this knows that it's difficult. It is very, very challenging to fine tune yourself and to reprogram yourself to escape the 3D matrix. And that is really what we're all truly trying to do here, is escape the 3D matrix and get the hell out of there and stay out of there. And it takes a lot. It's taken me a lot. And I have, for example, I was told by my guides that I have stepped into 4D consciousness. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's really what I'm doing? And they said, yeah, you're pretty much stepping right into 4D consciousness. You're not all the way in 4D. I'm still hanging on to some 3D things. But for the most part, my mindset, my mentality, my emotional strength, my ability to put my feelings aside and observe situations and not get emotional about it and things, my understandings and my approach to situations are of a 4D mindset. And I am going to continue to strive to keep going up the ladder to 5D and whatever else I can achieve in this life. Anybody that's doing this, anybody that's trying to escape this 3D matrix, use these techniques. They work, and they work tremendously. That's really about all I have to say about it. I could ramble on and on about it, but I don't want to get carried away too much. It's short, it's pretty short and sweet, pretty simple. It's not hard. It just takes your intentions. It takes the will to be, the will to be different, the will to seek change, the will to seek knowledge, the will to reflect and look at yourself for what you truly are. And if you have to break yourself down to pieces, do it, because the process of rebuilding is so powerful. It's so life-changing. It's amazing. And it just makes you that much stronger of a person. Anybody that's watching this video, anybody that's tuned into this video, you are drawn here for a reason. You are attracted to this type of message for a reason. Embrace it. Know that you're here for a reason. Know that you're supposed to be here. This is not an accident. There is no coincidence. Get rid of that word completely. Coincidence and can't. Abolish those words from your mind. And if you, here, as for an example, when you go to bed, say, I will never say can't again. I will never have that mentality again. I will strive to say, when I feel like I need to say can't, I say difficult or challenging. That's the words I replace can't with. And it's powerful because you are changing the way you speak. You're changing your thought patterns. And the words you speak and your thought patterns are manifesting your reality every second of every day. When you take control of this, when you realize that you are manifesting your entire experience unbeknownst to you with your subconscious mind, when you're driving your life with your hands off the wheel and you suddenly learn that you can put your hands on the wheel and put yourself in the direction that you want to go, it becomes powerful. You realize how strong you are. You are now in control of your life. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I really encourage this. I hope you all really try this out. And if you are trying this out, please feel free to email me at starseedinfinitehealing@gmail.com. Any questions, any comments, leave your comments below. I love to hear from you guys very much. And that being said, I'm going to end the video there so I don't keep rambling on like I just did a little bit. I want to remind you that I am doing readings, tarot readings, full readings, very intuitive. I have messages coming from all over the place. $30, very cheap, very, very worth it. Message me through my email and send links or send payment to PayPal, and we'll work out and schedule a time and place to do that. My information will be below in the video, and also check out Trish Poe's YouTube channel, Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. She has some great videos on there. She has a new website, Unique Me 303 Healing.net, I believe is her website. Check it out. She's got some great deals. She is very powerful and knows her shit. So I encourage you to do that as well. That being said, I love you all. I thank you for joining me. I really appreciate the love and support that I have been getting. I am just getting started. This is going to take off like crazy. I have so much to share with you guys, so much information, and it's going to get crazy. And I'm not even talking, oh, I am talking about ETs a little bit, but the extraterrestrials are coming in too. It's going to be an amazing decade. I hope you guys stay tuned. I love you very much, and I will talk to you later. Peace.